Hey guys, hope you guys are having a good day or evening wherever you happen to be in the world. Today is a little bit better than the other day when somebody almost killed me by running into my car deliberately. I was researching about highly sensitive people because I am one. I consider myself one, along with ADHD and being on the autism spectrum, which would be Asperger's or low needs autism. Sorry, I have to take a drink because my throat's always dry. So I wanted to read this article on my laptop for you guys. It's by Dr. Elaine Daniels, and I'm going to put the link below so you guys can read it for yourself. But I wanted to read it out to you so that I could also put my input, my personal input in. And just to let you know, when I first thought, my journey of learning who I am and why I am the way I am, way back in late 1990s, I was married, and I'm no longer married now, but I like to watch the PBS Public Broadcasting System channel, and they would have these drives to generate income for the channel. And so sorry, I got the fan going because it's hot. So I saw this doctor on there. His name's Dr. Daniel Amen, and I was very intrigued by what he was saying about ADHD. So I took the opportunity to buy his books when my ex-husband and I would go to the bookstore, which was one of our favorite things to do because we both liked reading books, and I still do. But he had like several different types of ADHD that I don't know if it's still his theory but he was finding out that through his special imaging that he was breaking it down into different groups, and I feel like there was probably 3 that I related to the most. And I was going through with the highlighter and highlighting everything because, see, my ex-husband always would try to say something was wrong with me and that I needed help. So, and being the good wife that I was taking into consideration what he was saying and trying to figure it out for just to find out what was wrong. And so then it was many, many years later that I was considering that I might have autism or Asperger's because it looks different in women and girls. Anyways, in between that time, I found books on highly sensitive people, and I knew that I really related to that. So I thought, and plus my ex-husband was always saying that, oh, you're so sensitive. What's wrong with you? You're so sensitive. Can't you take a joke? You know, and stuff like that. And I would get my feelings hurt because I mean, I just took it as, you know, something was wrong with me. So the article is, I'll probably have to make 2 videos because it's already almost 6 minutes in. Why are some people highly sensitive and most aren't? Have you... I'll probably have to take a couple of drinks in the while I'm reading. Have you ever wondered why some people are highly sensitive, but most people are not? Highly sensitive people, which just go by HSPs, are born that way. Highly sensitive. High sensitivity is not a disorder, nor is it an attempt to be dramatic or to get attention. It's a trait the same way that eye color is a trait. HSP's nervous system is calibrated differently than non-HSP people. The way HSP process social, environmental, emotional, and physical stimulation is more intense and at a deeper level than people without the trait. It is biological. So it's often compared to the canary in the coal mine, because back in the days when they had, you know, back in the old days, the miners would, you know, make a canary go down into the mine shaft to see if the air was healthy enough for people to breathe. And if it didn't come back up, that meant it was dead because canaries are very sensitive birds. If you are a highly sensitive person, you've likely been called, quote unquote, too sensitive. Yes. At least 1,000 times. And advised more than a few times to have a thicker skin or to lighten up. If I had a nickel for every time these comments were made to me, which Dr. Elaine Daniels obviously is highly sensitive, so that's why she's writing this article. You may be among the 15 to 20% of people who are highly sensitive if, among other features, you tend to, and then she has a list, which I'll go through, notice nuance and details. And yes, I do notice. I don't always point it out to people, but I notice little details. And my mom would always tell me that I'm a very detail-oriented person, because she was too. She would recognize it in me. So, but I'm an artist, and that's just something that I feel like makes me a better artist, is because I can hone in on the little details when I'm painting or drawing or what have you. The next one is, you get stressed out or annoyed in chaotic environments and need to retreat to somewhere quiet to regroup. Yes. I come from a large family, and we would have big family get-togethers every holiday, usually, especially Christmas. So I would just have to go to the bathroom and get some quiet time because it was just so noisy and I was getting overstimulated. And then that happens to me when I go shopping too. I used to love to go shopping at Target. I don't go there anymore because, I don't have much money, mainly, but I don't agree with the CEO's policies. So I haven't been there in a very long time, and I would just spend like all day there going throughout the store. It was just like I love to look at everything, even if I wasn't buying anything, or if I was just buying a little bit of things, I would still like to window shop. But I'd have to go to the bathroom and get some quiet in the meantime. And so the next one is if you feel rattled when there's a lot to do in a short period of time. And that is very true for me. If I forget that I have to go somewhere or do something, and then I suddenly remember, or if somebody invites me at the spur of the moment to go somewhere, and I just can't do it because because I'm detail oriented, I need to think of all the different things that I need to bring with me on the trip, or even going out, because I'm a homebody, I don't really like to go out that much, and it's getting worse as I get older. So, I do like to go out, it's just I have to have some kind of motivation for me to go out. I don't know how to describe it. The older I get, the worse I get. I do like to go on walks though, because I love nature, and that's another thing in here I'll tell you. The next one is that you find that you are unable to watch violent movies or television shows. It's just too disturbing. Yeah, I would get irritated with my dad because he used to like to watch CSI Miami, and I hate that TV show. Oh, I hate it so bad. And it was a TV show, so I'm like old school. They shouldn't be showing that graphic violence and pictures of cadavers on operating tables with their skin peeled back, and I just don't want to see that stuff. It's not my cup of tea. It's just not, it's really upsets me. And then there was other things about that show that irritated me, like all the actors seemed to talk in this whispery voice, like this, like, oh, I'm so sexy, and it just like grated on my nerves. I'm so glad that I don't have to watch or hear it anymore. And I would actually get oh, there's our favorite friend with the loud muffler. Every day I have to listen to him several times a day. Driving through the neighborhood. I don't know. He must be an Uber driver, I guess. Anyways, so the next one is experience peace and awe in nature. I just love being out in nature, and it just fills my soul up with peace and contentment, because I notice things that, a lot of people probably don't spend that much time thinking about, like the way the sunlight filters through the leaves, and when the wind blows, it's like a shimmering effect, you know. I suppose people will notice if they're actually out enjoying, they have time to enjoy the nature, but I think that I notice things. I take the time to notice things because that's what brings me joy. The next one is you need plenty of sleep and consistently in order to function. When I don't get enough sleep, especially being older, I just, it takes me a long time to think of things and, talk properly, or I'm sure it's annoying for people because sometimes I like to make videos when I'm tired because I just, when I get it in my head to do something, it's hard for me to not do it because I'm a stubborn person. And so the last one is you are prone to getting hangry. And I gotta stop the video. I'll continue in another